Hi everyone, it's the 2nd of June. Now he has pulled back quite a bit and we have already a small bounce off the blue bottom band, which I've been showing for quite some time as a potential support. You can see there is some green shoots and the test on that blue bottom band is very, very precise at the moment. We had some volatility on Friday. This whole thing is or was a kind of a channel like this, but its top band and bottom band was slightly damaged here and there. But I think the fact that the blue bottom band is holding tells us that this week it will probably be a green week, and this entire consolidation is going to be resolved to the upside. Of course, the red support is still unchallenged, and I don't expect that red support to be broken. It is, of course, very critical that it stands. SPX cash, let's have a look on the 1 hourly. It's the same story. It's that blue bottom band that hasn't been tested properly, so we may still see that one getting tested, but you can see the internal support was broken. I think I'm going to remove that internal. It's a little bit too much of an, yeah, um, a little bit choppy there. So we broke down that golden channel. And since then, it's just going sideways on Friday. And this red bottom band, even though we had some damage here and there, if we break the red top band for good, I think we're going to see more upside. And we have a gap that opened last night. And the gap fill is going to be around 5903 or something. We are getting there. Now, if that red top band breaks for good, I think SPX is going to keep on going. Do we have, let me put this, instead of this red channel, I'm going to put maybe in a bit more orderly kind of downtrend. It could happen, this red one, right? Yeah. Okay, so the red internal support, right? If we do this, well, it's not doing it. Yeah. So something like if we get to the red top band, fill the gap, pull back, and then a break to the upside would be a bull flag breakout. Either way, everything is still looking orderly bullish, and this red internal support resistance broken, back tested, and it's still holding. And as long as this blue bottom band doesn't get broken, okay, we will have more upside all the way to 6,000 plus. Dow Jones futures, right? It's here. That golden bottom band is kind of broken. Of course, this is very, very alarming. I can also argue that it's that golden bottom band is kind of, maybe it is still holding. Of course, this is a very long-term one. And yeah, the fact that the golden bottom band is still holding tells me that we may have more upside this week. You can see here 1, 2, 3, and we broke it down at the opening last night. Of course, this is very thin trading, and I believe we still have a chance to keep on going. And of course, we have this blue support. If this blue support breaks, okay, this diagonal support breaks, it would mean that the confirmation that this golden support breaks too. But the major one, yeah, the major resistance that we have to watch is this purple one from the highs of February, second touch, third touch. If Dow Jones breaks this one, it is going to get to 44,000. That's how I see it. So the blue and golden, they are holding here, and today is slightly green already, but we need to keep on going to that purple top band. On the Dow Jones cash, the golden channel or the golden support is much more clearer. 1, right, 2 and 3 and 4, or 3 basically. And the green bottom band held. The green channel is a bear flag. Of course, it's a potential bear flag. We will have a gap fill, right? We will have this gap filled, I think, just over 42,200, 42,200. And then we will see whether it reverses and breaks down this golden and green, or we get to the green top band and smash it. Then I think I would be extremely confident that this purple resistance will break too, and we're going to get to 44,000, which is that red broken supports backtest from the like February, January times, right? This. So that purple resistance, I think, is the line in the sand, and that's exactly what bulls have to clear. Nasdaq is on that blue support again. This is a major support that was broken and backtested during the volatility of February, March, April, right? And then we broke up that green resistance, then the blue one, we backtested it. The purple bull flag was broken together with the green. That was the major bullish signal for me. And we climbed and we cleared this blue broken support. Then we backtested it. Of course, there was some volatility because of European tariffs. And then the market called his bluff. We rallied, keep on rallying. Now it is testing this golden internal support together with the blue support. So, and of course, it is green today. And I'm hoping that we are not going to drop below the lows of Friday. Because if it breaks that blue support again, right, we will have to remove this blue support because it would be breached way too many times. But I think it is sitting on it, and it is sitting on it, and it is already slightly green. If it breaks down together with the golden internal support rail, then maybe we'll see a touch on that golden bottom band. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this week is going to be green, and we're going to climb all the way to new all-time highs within the next 2-3 weeks. And NASDAQ cash, right? This golden channel or the golden support is broken. This is not good, okay? But and it's a different one. It's a different one. So I'm going to put the same kind of the golden right there and see if we have that resistance was there. Okay, and I'm going to put it in golden and red colors, and that one is holding at the moment, that red internal support. You can see here that support rail is holding, and if we get to the golden, and we will of course have to break that back in. So that golden support was broken and back tested, and this is the NASDAQ cash. And it still is, I think bulls are still in control as long as this blue support is holding. You can see 2 touches there. I don't think that blue support is going to be broken anytime soon. Russell is slightly green, and I think the best bullish signal is going to come from Dow Jones after breaking that purple resistance. But mainly this blue resistance has to be broken by the small caps bulls. And we closed the long here. Remember, we bought it at 2019, and we closed, as soon as I saw the reversal at the blue, I closed that long. Now we will have to break that blue resistance. Okay, that's a 3-touch perfect resistance, and that at the moment it's around 2120. We're at 2065. So that's another 60 points to go to break that blue resistance. There is a chance to basically ultimately get to the golden bottom band, and if it bounces, that will be also awesome for bullish case, because then the blue resistance will break. We're going to get sliced through that green resistance as well, I believe. So FTSE, right, let's see, why is my mouse not working properly? Yeah, the red bottom band, it's still holding. This is a short-term uptrend, the kind of a spin-off channel with 2 touches. And long term, remember that triple support, that blue, right? That blue one, the blue top band is here. The blue bottom band, that was the second touch on that blue bottom band. And it was the second touch on the green bottom band. This is the tariff volatility. And we also back tested the golden support. That triple support was superb, and it bounced off it. Now we're going to get to the blue top band, which is going to be tested for the 4th time at 9,000. So if we break that, then the purple major uptrend top band is going to be our target at 9,500, 9,600, somewhere there. And this is DAX. It is, so remember the black resistance that was broken. And it got back tested 3 times. This is the European tariff by Trump. And then the market recovered. That purple resistance has 5 touches on it, and it is testing that blue support. Of course, we have a gap here. It's the question is whether it is going to go sideways a bit more, test that green bottom band, and then rally to break that purple resistance. But the major one, which I'm going to remind you, I'm going to put this green one as red, okay? So because we already have a green one, which is from the lows of 2022. So on the daily chart, you will see, if it loads it, of course, right, that green top band. Okay, that green top band, 1, 2, this is the third touch of the golden and green at the end of the tariff volatility, and we recovered all the way to a new all-time high. And that green top band is the ultimate target at 24,500 or so. TLT is bouncing, and I think TLT is going to get to that green major resistance from the highs of 2022, but the whole channel is from the highs of COVID, right? This giant green bull flag has to be broken to the upside. I'm repeating these things for the new members. There are a few new members that are really first time seeing these charts. The blue support, 3 touches, the golden downtrend, and the purple resistance. They are both, all of them are broken. So the purple and golden, it bounced off the blue. And I'm going to remind you also the long-term red support rail from the lows of 2004. So that also got tested. So my dream scenario is that the green resistance will be broken at around 90, and then bonds are going to have a feast. And this is the 30-year treasury bond, 45-year channel, 4.5 decades. The red bull flag was already broken, and it came down from the green resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on that green resistance. So ideal and dream scenario is that it stays inside the golden 4.5 decades channel. It gets to the green resistance. This is a 30-year treasury bond, okay? That's the continuous. So we need to break that green resistance and rally really big time. That will be the end of the bonds bear market, and the interest rates are going to drop. This year is US oil. The blue channel, the purple support was broken during Trump tariffs. It came down. The golden and black double resistance is going to be approaching. It is clearing already that black resistance. So we get to the purple, golden top band. We will see whether we have another pullback. And then after that, of course, a major break would be that purple resistance. This here is Brent oil. It bounced off the purple bottom band. This is a lovely bull flag, a potential bull flag. It needs to get to the golden top band and smash it. That is the only way for Brent oil to keep rallying at least to the levels of the tariff news, which is 73, 74. Gold made a big move this morning and last night, right? The red bull flag was broken, and during the Asian session. This is very, very important. Remember the golden channel that was broken and back tested. It came down. I thought maybe we were going to come down around 3,200, or maybe just above it, and then rally to break. But it's actually the bulls had they don't have much of a patience with it, and it is already broken. Of course, we have a gap here, so I think there could be some news action, I don't know, overnight in Asia or something. I didn't chase the news today, but I think there may be an option to come back inside this red broken bull flag. It's not ideal to leave a gap here, break it, and then come back inside it. Of course, it's not ideal. I would have loved to see no gap and then break out, but it is what it is at the moment, and we will have to live with it. Gold continuous futures is the same. The green wedge, right, opening megaphone was broken. It got to the red top band, pulled back tested it here, and now it's broken that red perfect bull flag. 1, 2, 3 touches, 2 touches on the bottom band, And of course, it bounced off the purple support, which I had mentioned a few times. We had some downtrend here, another downtrend there, and I gave you the little bull flag breakout as well to buy it. And the red top band is now broken, which is why gold is going to get to a new all-time high ultimately. Silver is also looking interesting, but it still hasn't broken. So I'm going to remove that. Green was removed already. That golden internal resistance, right? This one, that needs to be broken. So you can see the golden bull flag is inside. So I'm going to remove the blue one. That job is done. The green one even. Um, yeah, I can keep it because there is still a chance for it to come down to the green plus golden. But the major one, remember this red one, this is the bottom out red top band, two touches, first touch here. The second touch came at during Trump tariffs and came down, bounced off the red. This is now what is it? 6 weeks of bull flag, this golden bull flag, which needs to be broken. And that level, that top band is at 33.65. So if we get to, this is on the on the spot chart, right? Two touches on both sides of that golden, and the red top band also has two touches on both sides. And my major bullish scenario would be the break of that red top band at 34.50. We get there, pull back, and then a breakout. That would take silver very fast towards $40, in my opinion. And silver continuous futures is maybe right. That green top band is not really very precise, is it? So we'll have to, well, we'll have to do this, right? This golden sideways channel, not very as precise as the spot chart, but it does the job. So it is still inside this golden sideways channel. And clearly we need to break it to the upside. Platinum is pulling back from that green major resistance rail. And that's exactly why I closed half of the long. And we may get a back test at around $1,000 on that purple and red on the spot chart. Of course, I'm talking about the spot chart. But on the continuous futures, right, of course, the spot chart has to clear this green major resistance rail from the highs of 2011. This is 2008 high, right? That one hasn't been broken, but we had already broken the red small one. Well, not so small, but it's small in the bigger picture, and the blue top band. So I don't think platinum is going to revisit anything below 1,000. Platinum continuous futures right here, right? This platinum continuous futures, this golden resistance rail is there, and we need to bounce off it, right? The green broken channel is getting back tested, but it's not bouncing off it yet. So it's a little bit, a little bit different than the spot chart. But what needs to happen is this golden resistance rail that needs to be broken from the highs of 2008. I don't think we're going to revisit the lows of 900 anytime soon. Probably not in our lifetimes. Okay, that ship has sailed. I don't think platinum is going to come down to 900 again for a very, very long time. Natural gas had bounced quite a bit over the weekend, and at the open, it left a gap here. That golden resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 has been holding, and that's why every time it touched it, it came down. We have a gap here. Is it kind of an uptrend that is forming right now? Well, look at this. I think it is. No, not really. It hasn't tested that red bottom band properly before the bounce. So I wouldn't call that. But if it comes down to the red, bounces again, and smashes through this golden resistance, that would be bullish, of course, for natural gas. The bearish scenario is the break of this red mega uptrend, but it's not even close to that level. And this is the July contract. The red, the small one was this, right? But I think we have this red potential bear flag If it gets to the purple resistance, we may see a reversal and for it to sell off. Copper made a big move overnight at the open of Asia. Okay, and the red bull flag is now broken and back tested. So, but the gap is always a worry. Clearly, it's always a worry for a gap fill. So, and of course, I can also see a support there, which, yeah, which may get tested. If it wants to come back into the red bull flag, fill the gap, and then rally, I wouldn't blame it because this looks like a news event. So we will see whether it can rally off this and get to like my ultimate target. So let me remind you on the weekly chart, that purple top band from the highs of 2010, bottom band, top band, 4 touches on the top. This is, of course, tariff news. So if that purple top band breaks at 525, that is going to be awesome for copper. And on the July contract is the same red bull flag. The blue downtrend was broken at the Friday close, or almost broken. Then it didn't leave anything. And you can see here we have a gap there, and it back tested and it's bouncing a little bit on the red support. Okay, that red broken bull flag is back tested. So everything is still looking very bullish for me. And clearly, there's also a gap at 503 here on the July contract. So I wouldn't mind if it gets there for a gap fill. Palladium, of course, is also another buy signal again. Okay, the golden bottom band held, the blue support held. That was a double support at the low of last week. The red downtrend is broken. This is very, very encouraging. And I believe Palladium is going to rally back to 1050 and hopefully all the way to the golden top band. The bearish scenario would be the break of that golden bottom band, but I don't think that's going to happen because the blue support also held and we are out of the red. And of course, the wedge, the purple wedge was broken and back tested. Everything is still looking good for me. And I think the ultimate, at least the minimum target is 1,100 on the golden top band. Let's have a look at Euro, which is making new highs above the highs of last week. The blue channel is on. The golden broken channel's back test was awesome. That resistance was broken and back tested, a little bit deep back test, but doesn't matter. What matters here is on this daily chart, we had already broken that mega downtrend. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, and we have broken and back tested that mega downtrend from the highs of 2008. So this looks amazing. Okay, this looks really, really very bullish for euro and for the coming years and decades. And of course, pound sterling, 1, 2, 3, it's off the green, broken resistance, and that blue resistance will be broken, I think. And if it does break at 136.25, then you should buy more. I mean, I gave you the Red Bull flags breakout already. And actually, I've been calling for longs from 127.50, 128. If you can remember, the long-term members remember this. But the Red Bull flag, the green resistance broken and back tested. Now the blue ascending resistance will be clear too. US dollar, Japanese yen is, you can see here, the purple bear flag was broken. The golden resistance rail, that internal, the lower one was tested at the high of last week. And then it sold off suddenly. Of course, this spike is erased already. And I believe it is going to come down all the way to the golden support. 1, 2, 3. It will come down all the way to this green plus golden double support zone. That's the minimum target, which I've been saying, which I've been talking about for a long time. Actually, I started talking about it at the red channels, at red supports break, and then the blue supports break. All right, over 150, it was 152, and it came all the way to 140 almost. So that's 1,200 pips from the break of that blue support. So it came down. Now is it going to test the green bottom band, and then we'll see whether it can rally. And DXY, of course, is also bearish. That golden support was broken, and we get a back test obviously deep backtest to basically gain back all the spiky moves. And then the red bear flag was broken. It's this blue resistance rail that is still holding. And I believe it is going to come down all the way to 96, which is that golden bottom band. And then we will see whether it starts a mega rally. That will be very bearish for euro, but we will have to wait and see what happens there. Aussie is also looking very, very positive this morning, of course, that this blue resistance rail has been quite phenomenally strong. But yeah, I'm still holding the long from 63, okay, 6,300. And I believe we're going to get to that green resistance and maybe even break it. Okay, the red bottom band, the green top band, maybe the red top band will break. Kiwi was the best bullish signal at the blue bottom band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches. This is, of course, tariff news. It still managed to bounce off 55.50, rallied, cleared the blue resistance, even back tested. The red bull flag was broken and back tested. Again, last week I gave you this one. That golden resistance zone is now being pushed, and I think it will break so that Kiwi is going to get to that golden resistance rail at least. And that's around 61.50 or maybe 62, somewhere there. US dollar CAD is broken or has broken. The bearish signal came at the green top band at 146.47. That was my bearish signal, and it came down to 139, and it is now even breaking this red support. So UCAD is looking bearish too. So basically US dollar in general. Coffee trade didn't happen. And the reason is the golden bottom band didn't really hold properly. It initially bounced a little bit at 350, but then I got out of it. 351 we bought and we exited at 351 because, yeah, that's when, your entry is pretty good, but the entry, when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You have to get out. And that's exactly what I was worried about, that this golden bottom band wouldn't be holding. And even the red, look at this red bull flag is going to get tested. The green support is being tested right here. So, right, this green support together with the red, these are the last chances, I think, for coffee to basically, it came all the way here. So is it going to test the lows? There is one more chance for a bull flag on the continuous futures. It's this one there. If it wants to form a bull flag, it has to make new lows below the lows of April. So that one, right? This one, right? And that one. Well, clearly the break of the black bear flag was bearish, but I thought the golden bottom band is going to hold, but it didn't. So we can remove that from the picture, okay? And I'm going to put this golden potential bull flag, right? And we also, of course, have a major support from the lows of 2023 October. And yeah, the green downtrend, the black bear flag was broken and back tested. So the question is whether it is going to come down all the way to the blue and golden. We'll see. That is around 310, 320. I think at this point I need to remind you about coffee mega channel or mega breakout, which is this one. Okay, this green gigantic sideways channel was broken at 290. The question is whether it's going to come down for a back test at 290. I thought it is not going to do it, but yeah, by the look of it, maybe we'll see a breakout. Maybe we'll see a back test at 290. I would bet the farm if it comes down to 290. That's how I see it, because this is this sideways channel is from 1970s. Okay, and this three-touch resistance is broken, and if we get a backtest at 290, well, that would be a dream trade. Let's have a look at the July contract, right? The blue support is broken, even the red support or the broken bull flag is broke, or it didn't even hold at all. So now the question is whether it can break the green, come down to the golden bottom band, and then rally. So that golden bull flag may form. Okay, revisiting the lows of April. Wheat is still inside the red downtrend. That's a long-term downtrend. And on the July contract, you can see here that golden resistance rail, after breaking the blue, it is slightly, yeah, it's coming back up. Now, the question is, do we have a bear flag formation? It may happen if it gets to, right? If it gets to the green top band and reverses there, right? If it gets there, pulls back and reverses there, that would be a bear flag formation. Okay, so, and of course that golden internal resistance is also there. Soybeans is looking bearish. I thought we would get to that 1088, but I think it is selling off now. So I'm going to now, let's see, right? This blue support is broken. That diagonal support is now broken. And we have some basically like a horizontal support zones here, right? On this is the continuous futures. It's always first the continuous, and then the second one is the current contract. So do we have a kind of support zones here? Yeah, a little bit, yes. So soybeans is not dead yet, but if you look at the July contract, it cleared the blue and it is testing that golden support, or it's kind of breaking it. So the question is it going to bounce off the blue bottom band? That could happen. And I can also see maybe a potential bull flag. So it would be a double support. And that would actually turn things very bullish all of a sudden. So I'm going to put this red. Okay, we're not there yet. So let's see. To get blue plus red, it would be a really nice level to buy into soybeans, I think. So if it rallies, pulls back, touches this level, and then rallies, that would be a double support. And corn is still bearish and inside the green downtrend. As long as this green downtrend holds, there is no reason to buy corn. And the purple bear flag was broken, which I had mentioned in last week's videos. After the breakout, you can see a breakdown. You can see how much we fell. Now, is it going to touch the blue bottom band ultimately? That would be a really nice level to start, at least maybe dip our toes into the bullish case. Cocoa is off the purple and green double support. This is looking very, very good. This is what I said yesterday. Of course, I've been saying maybe 9,600. It came to 9,000. Okay, so 96, 95, 50. I said we may still start to go, but it dropped down to 9,050. But now it bounced off it very, very good, and I think cocoa is forming this purple uptrend. It's off the green, broken resistance on the continuous. This looks very, very good. You can see here. So the question is, as long as it stays inside the purple, there is a reason to, I think we're going to see a touch on that 13, 14, 12,000, 14,000 similarly. So, and of course the green downtrend is broken by the July contract. Yeah, the red channel was broken, right? This is where it spiked and it came to erase the entire spike. Now it's back above that blue support and the green. So this is looking very, very positive now. Cocoa continuous futures is testing the red top band after bouncing off the blue support. So if that red top band breaks, ultimately, maybe we'll come down one, right? It could be, yeah, we may come down and then break the red. And then, of course, the golden top bands break would turn things very bullish, at least to 1950. I'm still holding the long from 17.8 to 17. 80. The green top band on the July contract is causing a reversal, so we may come down a little bit, and then the green top band's break is going to take us to the blue, and hopefully, ultimately, we break that as well. Of course, we have a gap here just over 18. Cotton is looking interesting this morning because it has broken back up. That golden support was broken, but it left a gap here and it's broken back up. I think the red bull flag needs breaking, and ultimately the green top band needs breaking. That is going to be awesome if and when that green top band breaks. Obviously, that blue support rail has held very firmly, so the green top band will ultimately break at around 69.50. Now, it wasn't a very good situation about coins over the weekend. Okay, so Bitcoin, right, it came down. I'm going to put it on the 8 hourly, right? It broke down without testing that purple. It broke down the green support. That was the initial bearish signal, breaking that green. And then the blue bottom band was tested. Now even that blue bottom band is breaking. So this is not very good, is it? So that the blue channel is breaking down. There is one last chance for an uptrend, which would be the top band is this, right? It's a little bit less steep channel or potential channel, right? And that. So, right here. Okay, and I'm going to put this in. Well, we don't have red here, do we? Let's put this in red. Okay, so that could, the red top band there, but the fact that the blue one is broken is not really a good sign. So if that red bottom band holds, there is still a possibility for a rally towards that purple resistance. But this is, yeah, a little bit tongue in the cheek moment because of the blue support, and everything else has also failed because Ethereum initially bounced a little bit off the black. After breaking the purple support, Ethereum came down to the black, bounced, but now the black bottom band is breaking as well. So what leaves us, this leaves us with my mouse is acting up this morning. I'm pressing the button, but it's not really, yeah. So, yeah, the Ethereum trade was at 1900. I gave you that at the break of the green resistance. Now the black bottom band is broken. Obviously, it hasn't even become a channel, so we can remove that, okay? So, let's have a look at the black bottom band right there. This is a potential support because the purple one is broken. So if it gets to the black bottom band, then we rally. But I gave you at 1900 at the break of the golden and then the green top band. And of course, the red resistance was broken too. So we'll see. But yeah, overall, everything looks slightly shaky. And even Solana, we broke out of the red downtrend. We rallied. But now it's coming back down, and the black bottom band is not really holding. That was a potential support, but it's not really holding. So I don't know. Maybe it will. It's basically somehow uncharted territory. We need to see, and the next maybe like a bull flag or something. But the black bottom band is not holding that much. So Monero is slightly up. It was down quite big last week. But ultimately, I still believe we're going to get to 550. And AVAX also disappoints because of the golden support. That broken resistance was holding as support, but now it's broken back down. We need to remove that from the picture. That is breached too many times. It is still inside the blue bull flag, though. So we'll see whether this whole thing turns into a kind of a bull flag or something. Obviously, it is not a bull flag just yet. So if you look at it here, right? Oops, sorry. No, not really a bull flag. So we need to get to the black top band without breaking it really. Get to the black top band, recover from here, get to the black top band and break it. Ripple, not so much. That green one is still there. and Aave is back testing the green and blue double support zone. Zcash has to break that green resistance. It's not down that much, right? Unlike the others. So this gives me a little bit more hope about Zcash. It has to break that green resistance ultimately. ACH has broken down that purple support, which basically was of course bearish. Instead of breaking the purple top band, it broke down the purple bottom band. Is it going to touch this green? Right, that one. So I'm going to remove this green one. We can remove the golden broken resistance. That was a long time ago. So we'll see that green support zone, right? That rail that needs to hold for at least an attempt to get to that red resistance zone. And Dogecoin is not looking good short term because the little bull flag I showed last week didn't really hold. ADA, well, this one was the one that gave the best bearish signal for every coin because of the break of the green support, and the golden resistance wasn't really broken. And actually, the black broken support's back test held as resistance. That basically gave together with the golden and the green, that was a triple support. You can see, triple resistance, and that's why it's now coming down again. Phantom is also like, this is what I feared, that Phantom is going to come down to the red major support and it's going to break it down. And this is now happening. Instead of breaking the blue resistance, it is trying to break that red support, which is not good at all. The last chance would be the green bottom band for a rally. And FET is also pulling back, of course, not surprised. It's a sea of red at the moment. Jasmy came down from that golden resistance, so there is nothing happening here other than selling a bit more. It has, as I said, it has to get to the golden resistance, but there is no such thing at the moment. Algo is inside the golden downtrend, which is a potential bull flag, but there is no action to break out. Audio, still nothing here. Arrow, disappointed, of course, because of the green bull flags breakdown. So the blue channel was broken up, then the golden uptrend was broken down, and the green downtrend, or basically, it's a downtrend, but it was a potential bull flag that is breaking to the downside, which is, of course, again, bearish. And Chainlink also disappoints. I'm hoping that, the golden channel is broken, so we can remove that. Right? The purple downtrend was broken. So are we going to get a back test here and then rally? That is the question. So hopefully that back test is going to hold. And Mana also not really very good because the blue bottom band is now broken. Right? That blue bull flag is now broken. So that is not really very positive. Okay. The support, the green, red, purple, they were all broken. So this is a deep pullback. The hope is that it's not going to drop below the red and green, of course. And Binance Coin, not much to say. Chili's had broken out of the golden downtrend. It bounced after bouncing off the purple, but it's not really moving towards that green major resistance so far. And CKB coming down from that green resistance, and Coty also, that purple resistance didn't really break. Dash tried to form the golden bull flag, but finally it's breaking it to the downside. This is of course not good for Dash either. And Polkadot had come down and it is testing that purple support. Deep back testing, I must admit. The thing is, the red bull flag is still on. So there is still a hope for this correction to be over without breaking the red bottom line. If it breaks the red bottom line, it's game over. Honestly, that would be very, very bad for Polkadot. And Gala, even though the red downtrend was broken, this green support was holding, but now it's broken down. And the GRT, well, black bottom band. So this needs to get going towards that black top band. Hedera has to break that purple top band. IOTA was looking good after break of the blue downtrend. Is it going to come down for a back test there and then rally? That is the big question. Well, we'll find out, really. But yeah, it's a deep pullback so far. And CAS came down from the golden top band that needs breaking without breaking the red uptrend, of course, right? That red uptrend has to, right, has to stand its ground, and we will have to, yeah, it will have to basically stay inside this red uptrend for more upside. And this here is Litecoin. The purple top band needs breaking. And MDT couldn't break the green resistance. NIA is still inside the purple top band or purple downtrend. Right here, that purple downtrend needs breaking. And PAL is inside the purple bear flag still. That three-touch resistance, well, it came down to basically the break of that purple bottom band, which would take things back to a new low at the green support. And yeah, Pepe back tested the red resistance and the blue. So obviously, if it breaks the blue bottom band, then we will see new lows from Pepe because that's a bear flag. And RSR is back testing the golden broken resistance. This is also disappointing. The hope is that it stays inside the black uptrend. And Sandbox has cleared that blue support, which I thought maybe it will hold, but no. And the thing is, it's this purple downtrend that was broken out. So it really has to keep on going without making new lows. That is the only chance for Sandbox. And Songbird down, and Shiba, of course, down from the green resistance. There is no action to break it. And SKL, red downtrend is superb, very precise, and there is no breakout just yet. And Sui, yeah, it looks okay. It is quite resilient at the moment, but it still has to keep on pushing. Okay, from here, do we have a kind of a overhead resistance? Maybe we do. Right, something like this. Right, that green one. It could be a nice breakout if it wants to. And Tau has to break that golden resistance. Obviously, the red top band is the target and the golden resistance needs breaking. And Theta is selling off big and it's sitting on that blue support again. Even though the green downtrend was broken, Theta is, well, it has to really keep pushing from that blue support without making new lows. If it touches lows of April, that is not going to be good for Theta, honestly. And Tia, black support is broken. Very, very nasty, this one. And it's just made new lows already. Below the lows of, well, February. And this is the worst one. Tia is obviously the worst one because it is already making new lows. I hope the others are not going to follow, right? This is the low of April. This is low of May. And this is low of, well, February. So it's making new lower lows. And clearly the only savior would be that red bottom band. That is the only hope. TrueCoin has to get to the green and no breakout. I mean, no action to do that yet. And, well, TRX is still looking like so firm. Look at this. TRX is still looking so firm. There is no action to the downside. Unicoin, look, it's that purple top band that needs breaking. It was some news that broke it, but now it's came back down. It has to break it organically without any news. That would be the only way. And Ondo tested that golden support and the red. So it basically has to start to go and break that green resistance. That is the only way for Ondo. And of course, Stella, he didn't even make a chance or get a chance to break out of the green downtrend. And this here is Pendle. It is testing that red support. I can argue that the red channel is this. So there, it leaves a little bit more, well, basically a little bit more space for it to come down. But of course, it has to, well, get to the blue, get to the red, and then rally. Ultimately, the golden top band is still the target, as long as this blue support zone is holding. That's it, guys. Take care. Keep in touch.